PRadio.net. You already know it's your boy, Uncle P. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today, man? We have a very special guest in the building, Mr. Ike Jones. How you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling great, John Pierre. I want to thank you for allowing me to be here.
Oh, come on, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think every year, you know, I want to give you your flowers for what your family has done, for what you're continuing to do, for the sweet potato pies that you make, for the men that you have raised, everything that you have done throughout your life. I just want to give you your flowers now and tell you thank you, sir. You know, you had a hand in me a little bit coming up, right? And I appreciate you because, you know, I lost my father when I was 12 years old, but you were there. You were a guiding light for so many other men growing up to be a man, to step up. I just didn't see it, but I see it now and I hear it now, and I thank you, sir. I absolutely thank you.
You know, in life, you that's why you do things from your heart.
Right.
You don't look for no payback. You don't look to advance off anybody's hardship or their fortunate states. You just do things because, first of all, it's our nature. I could say that our parents groomed us that way,
Right.
to be open and to have the understanding of that when you live in a community, it's like the concept that they have from coming from the South. See, in the South, everybody eats. There's nobody having a hard time on the block. And my mom and dad brought that north when they came up from Hestonburg, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, and Sylvania, Georgia. And they did a lot of things in Chester. What I see in you is your programming. You could tell that you've understand how important it is to get information out to people in this city. Just like what we're doing, how important it is to support people and honor people and shine a light on people that are affecting the minds of young kids. There's no leadership. When we were coming up, there was so many outlets and programs and people that invested time in us. And there's people like yourself and a bunch of our honorees that's doing that now. And my position is this: you give them, like you said, flowers. You give them their flowers now. And at the same time, you're letting people know that they're here and they're established and they're open to help you. And your programming speaks to all that. That's why I appreciate this. Another thing I want to say, man, from last year was the first time I came on the scene with scholarship funding, raising money for scholarships. You came on board, you called me, and you was willing to do everything, and I couldn't even offer you money.
No, I didn't need any money.
You wouldn't take anything from me.
I'm just getting some dirt off my shoulder, honestly. If you have something good for the community, I want to make sure it's able to, that you can do whatever you need to do without any hang-ups, anything stopping you. So I step in and I say, wherever you need me, how can I be of service? That's it. That's all I wanted, right?
Yes. And that right there, you don't know, at that time, starting off like that, not knowing what to expect in this arena, there's people that do this all the time. They have organizations that support them. There's groups of people that do it. I have touched bases and got a lot of help from a lot of those organizations. I don't recall all the names correctly, so I won't call them, but they know who they are, and I got a lot of help along the way. And that first year was a success because of that, because the people came out and supported us. That will enable us this year to give away $13,000 in scholarships.
Come on, man.
13,000. There was 13 applicants, and we went through the process, myself and the three young ladies, Robin Taylor, Bernetta Wright, and Sharona Brown. They went through the process of checking out, reading the essays and evaluating it. All was good. The kids had high grade point averages. The essays was from the heart. They had to put work into it, and you can tell they did. They did the best they can do. So I decided to give every one of them a scholarship.
Right.
You know, the first year we had the program, we were unable to give scholarships because we didn't have enough time to vet the kids with the essay contest.
Right.
So we had to wait a year.
Right.
I understand that. And Community Foundation is my fiscal sponsor, and without them, man, I just couldn't pull this off.
Right.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's just the things that I think about in between working. Sometimes I may just shoot Heather a text with an idea. Sharon, Terry, they all work together to help me. They get emails out for me. They help me with letters. You know, this year we had a challenge. there's 13 kids, and I wanted those kids to be at the banquet, John, and I wanted at least one of their parents to be able to come with them.
Right.
And us being a nonprofit, we don't have the affordability to, invite folks like that in, because the cost would take away from our budget.
Absolutely.
And Senator John Kane became a sponsor.
Shout out to John King. Right.
Shout out to him. I mean, right away, I talked with him, and he understood what we were trying to do. And the sponsors like that, the past year in my company, Monroe Energy, Adam Gattuso, he's been a sponsor for the second year.
Okay.
So those people like that establishes the foundation for me to get up on my horse and get going.
Absolutely.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
We have a nice lineup. We got entertainment this year.
You got entertainment?
Yeah, we got entertainment, man. I was going to do a contribute to hip hop, because you may not, you remember, the Chester Armory was the spot.
It was.
And at a young age, I got into promoting.
Mm-hmm.
I got to know all the rap groups that was popular at that time, the rap artists.
Okay.
We did a thing when we had them down to the Armory one night. We went up and picked them up in New York on a bus, school bus. Brother Bird drove the bus and brought them down for a show.
Wow.
We had Lady B coming to the Armory. We had contacts with Kumo D, a whole lot of the guys. And that time and era that we thrived, it was hip hop that did it. The Armory was jumping from hip hop. Then we had entertainment and live entertainment and a lot of different other venues there. But I didn't have the time to put it together like I wanted. So I wanted to do some entertainment, because this year, I want everybody to know out there, time management is paramount for us. It's going to be timed. We're going to do it in a beautiful way.
Okay.
It's going to be done professionally. Won't be no overlay. Everything will be set, and everything will go by schedule. Blind Date will be there to perform at the end of all the ceremony.
Wow.
We're going to have great food, man. This venue, Claymont.ballroom.com. Go there and check them out. It's a couple, a husband and wife, Teresa and her husband. They cook in the kitchen just like my mother and my grandmother used to cook. And the food is on point. John, you was there last year.
I was.
You
Food
got
was
something.
right. Food
to
was
eat.
right.
Food was right.
Food was right.
You got that. It's going to happen again.
And I got my sweet potato pie.
Yes, sir.
I took a couple of them joints home.
That's my signature move.
Right.
I am going to provide a pie for everybody that come in the door. It'll be sitting there waiting for you when you sit down. That's another thing that we do, so you know that my mother's touch is in the house. We have our Overcoming Obstacles segment in our show. This is one of the most moving segments that I have never seen done in this way, where we bring in young kids that has challenges, big challenges, and we walk around and we fuss and over working and being tired and doing different things. These young kids had challenges, man, obstacles up against them. Yeah, Emin Smith. We have LaRon Burton. We have Kanai Campbell. Their stories alone, we can have a show just around there. We can have a banquet just around their stories. They're going to blow you away. These kids are going to blow you away. And where they are today is what's going to really take you out, man.
Right.
And when I can't tell their stories, I prefer their mothers and fathers tell the story,
Right.
and the kids speak for themselves.
Absolutely.
I won't get into it,
Right.
but I'm telling you, this segment of our program is going to be awesome this year.
All right.
We are going to honor some people that is overdue.
I don't think I'm overdue. Now, I don't. I think when someone offers you something, you don't turn it down.
Yeah.
But when I seen the names on there, I was like, come on, Mr. Ike, like that. I don't. Maybe a couple years from now, right? Because the people that I'm honored with are my heroes, my mentors, the people that I have followed into this life, right? I believe that as a child, if you don't see it, you can't be it.
Yep.
That's why this radio station is here.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't see someone doing it, you don't know that you can do it better. You don't know that you have a dream to want to do it. Right. Your son
is here now. He's doing
right,
a video.
is
You
here.
can't
Is
see him.
doing a video right
He's
now.
gonna come over and sit next to me soon.
Right. But to see the honor that you bestowed upon me, I was like, Mr. Ike, I can't. But I don't want to turn it down. So I took it, and I'm gonna say that in my speech. Like, I don't really think I deserve to be up here with the men that are being honored. Man, they've been doing this 20 years. I just been doing this 6. So
that's why we categorize it. Everybody has a niche that they're doing.
okay,
Each one of you folks are doing a niche, and you're good at it.
right,
I mean, I've done a lot of things growing up. I'm 60. I'll be 63 in May, and I see the same thing in you guys. I spoke to you.
right,
I spoke to Corey. I was blown away by Jonathan Arkbar
right,
and Brother Nasir.
right,
Them 2 guys, they talked to me over the last couple of days, and where they took me with my parents
right,
and my mother, they had history I didn't even have in me.
right.
And when you come away from speaking to folks like that, you know you're doing the right thing.
Absolutely,
Nobody's looking to take away from nobody. These guys are sincere about what they do.
absolutely.
Corey works hard. Me and him talked, and he told me, he said, I admired your parents my whole life, man. That's where I get this from, you
Right.
know. He told me that, man, and that inspires me. This is very hard work to raise money.
It is.
A lot of people is raising money in the city, and we don't have so much to choose from right now, but I'm trying to open it up,
Right.
utilizing my networking with other people I know.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people that I met on my road when I was entrepreneuring and doing businesses and things like that.
Right.
I met a lot of people, so I'm calling on some of them to help us.
Yeah.
This $13,000 is a drop in the bucket of what we can do.
Right.
If we all zinc together and come together, all of us that's doing this, and help each other's events,
Right.
then we can move along just like that. Each event could do their own thing because each event is different. The
Every
young
event.
ladies, the sorority, I can't pronounce their name properly unless I have it written down, but they have such a dynamic approach to this.
Right.
They have all kind of affairs, educational, and what I like is the education is there.
Right.
The young ladies are educated. They supported me. They brought 60 pies to that pie bake, put us
Right.
over the goal.
Over the goal, right?
And each one of those pies went into a basket I know individuals enjoyed on Thanksgiving in their home.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people told me.
Right.
And I put all I had into it.
Hey, we got pictures of you. So it's been a while since you've been doing the pies.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be there? And I mean, because you were in a very big. Explain where you were.
I'm going to tell you something. Heather Finnegan and the Community Foundation, when I come up with an idea, they're like, they don't work for me. They work with me. It's a partnership, but they literally bend over for me on different things because of the passion I show. They got in touch with Manna. Now, if you don't know who Manna is the organization in Philadelphia that feeds thousands of people every day. They have a organization that feeds people specifically for what their needs are. So if you have some kind of illness or you need to have a special diet, they provide that and they deliver it. They contacted them, and they're a nonprofit as well. So the fact that Community Foundation is a nonprofit, they got a long arm, long reach.
Long reach,
Man. And so they connected with them on my behalf. That's the crowd. That's the guy there, Eric Gantz, right there in the front, in the gray.
Right.
He was a master back there. He was directing me and made it real simple for me.
Right.
Now, mind you, John, I had worked a 12-hour shift the night before.
Oh, I know you was tired.
I came in there in the morning right off work with my sons and all. And we went in there and we were able to recreate this pie, basically like I do it in the house. But it was sweet. They had the big mixers, and I was able to mix, man, and ask for certain ingredients, and we would add and take away, and it was Manna in Philadelphia that helped us do that. Now, what people don't know is when I was in business with Tommy's Pies, I was with one of the biggest bakeries in the Northeast. It was called Michael's Bakeries, the Rising Sun in Northeast Philly.
Right.
Guy named is John Liss. He still is with me. He told me he would help me do anything.
Right.
I called on him to do pies prior to this. I'm not sure what I need him for. I did a segment of small pies for someone, and John allowed me to come back to the bakery, store them. No, I connected with him on this. He stored these pies for me.
Right.
Once we baked them there, he stored them.
Wow.
So I had 2 connections with big operations. We had over 532 stores.
That's awesome.
Yep. I had ended up working with brokers and all, and it just was a great business model. but I needed my own facility. I need a facility like Manna.
Right.
If I had that facility, that's what I'd be doing now. You know, and I couldn't do that, and the cost. It's a long story.
A lot of money goes into these dreams that we have, right?
A lot of money.
And sometimes we see defeat, and defeat is easier to see than the victory.
Yep.
I believe that, right?
Join me, Isaac.
And I believe that if we just stay there, and I'm not telling you should have stayed there, right? Because things happen.
If we just stand.
If we just stand,
Yeah.
and we take the punches, we take the kicks, we take the scratches. At the end, we stand in victory. And I think you're in victory right now. I'm not telling you anything could be different, right? Maybe this is where you needed to be to do everything that you need to do. But you have those connections to go in there and create the pies. And then you had the connections to store the pies. So
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, just keep on selling your pies, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
I miss them, man. I'm gonna keep it funky.
Well, they're
with
gonna be there.
Right.
They're gonna be there again. I was thinking along the lines with having that pie involved. It is going to be something that I want people to remember and say, and associate that with our banquets, because I'm going to continue to do that. And that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to do in planning this. I kept talking about it. So the pie bake went really well, though. We sold over 250 pies. We worked with Gary Williams at Hathaway in Berkshire, realtor office right there on Avenue of the States. He's been a good friend to us, and he opened up his building for a pickup location. It worked well. He allowed me to hang a sign there that hung there, and it became pretty popular, that sign. And I got a lot of calls for that sign. Then we worked with Pastor Everett down at, can't recall right now, the church on 9th and Curlin Street. I'm trying to think of the center. There's going to be a new youth center. And
St. Daniel's has that, right?
St. Daniel's was a pastor, but
Right.
the center is called something else on 9th and Curlin Street.
Right.
Yeah, but Pastor St. Daniel's and Carl Everett, head pastor there, they opened up their doors, and that was our second location.
Right.
And I was helped by Karen Meyer, helped me get that set up there. So people are helping, and we're heading for I hope another win where we can next year give out even more.
Right.
That was my goal coming into it. So we're going to look at Lifetime Achievement Awards. That's Rosetta Carter, and that speaks for itself. She's been involved in the city for years.
Absolutely.
She started back with my mother.
Absolutely.
You know, we're looking at the Tommy Lee Jones and Ike Jones Senior Legacy Awards.
And
That's Miss,
Twyla Simpkins.
yes,
Right.
Patricia D. Miranda,
Yep.
Nasia M. Jihad,
Mm-hmm.
and Tawala Simpkins.
Right.
And of course, yours truly, John Pierre Price, Jonathan Akbar, Raheem King,
Right.
and Corey Long. Our Educator of the Year, I understand, I've never met her, but everybody speaks highly of her and what she's done with the kids. Similar to Robin Taylor, our Educator of the Year last year. What it is we look for teachers that's committed, that's really dedicated, that go beyond the call of that 7 hours or whatever when they're in school with the kids. When they're there, they're doing whatever they can, you know, to reach that kid, right? So if there's a problem there, they work through it. Yeah, and so I'm excited about that. And of course, our Overcoming Obstacles Award is LaRon Burton, Kanai Campbell, and Amin Smith. Great stories coming. Now, we have sponsorships out there. Please, if you can, help us with the sponsorships. That money goes right into the pot for next year awards.
Okay.
So whatever we take in, it's going out. There's $13,000 going out this year because of sponsors and ticket sales and ads. Everything goes in. We have the bronze level, that's $1,250. The silver level is $2,500. The gold level is $5,000. And we also, ads help a lot. Our half-page ads is $50, and our full-page ads are $100.
So when does the money have to be in for the ads?
The ads, I'd like to do it as soon as possible.
Right.
The latest is probably March 1st we have on the sign.
Okay.
But that's cut it really close.
Right.
It has to be on that day
Okay.
because we have to get it to the printer.
Okay.
And Northern Design does all our printing and work. She does great
Northern
work.
Marketing. Yeah.
Northern Marketing Design.
Yeah.
So, you know, she needs that paper, those ads in there. It comes out in color. Our book is incredible. We had a beautiful book last year. And, of course, ticket sales will flow up until probably March 15th or something, you know.
Okay.
But the ads have to be done by March 1st. And I'm working with a lot of people trying to get these ads done, man. You know, so I want the word out there that we are looking for ads and ticket sales.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you do this scholarship fund, right? Is this something that takes you back to when you were younger, right? I know, you know, did you know friends that needed money to go to college? What makes you do this?
My mother and father,
Okay.
everything they did, I'm doing it.
Right.
And it's not the same thing because there's no brick and mortar building, you know, Youth in Action where you can walk in and then it was like you walk in, you take a number. What is your problem? That's how she was. And she dealt with everything, right?
Absolutely.
But my thing is this, I'm still working from the street. You know, you might catch me going into a Sunoco for gas and you ask me a question. And if I can help you, I'll give you that lead.
Right.
I'm still doing that.
Right.
And this comes from what I learned growing up. People need help.
Yes, they do.
So the main thing was I wanted to do something that would allow my mother and father to be remembered because people drove me to that. Once they died, people started coming out of the woodworks telling me certain things that I didn't know and the relationships they had, what my mom and dad did for them. And this happened over a period of years.
Right.
And I took that information in. It's kind of like God led me to take that information in, and then he told me what to do with it. Now what you want to do is get back with it. So I didn't want to just throw a big thing, you know, and be a party or honorary dinner or something and it'd be done with. I wanted to establish something that their name would be able to keep giving. And the scholarship fund came to heart. My brother Eric came to me about it several times, and I just knew I didn't have the time. And then when the time was right, everything was inside of me already. I didn't realize it, but when I started to put it together, it came out. I got a lot of help, though. I know people like Ken Hickenbotham. He is a professional musician, but he's also an audio-visual technician.
Right. Yeah, we worked last year.
Yeah, he worked last year, so I'm able to do things with him. So, like, whatever we're going to do this year for the program, we don't have a lot of video work because we did that. But I do have some that we're going to do that will salute and pay tribute to other people in this community that are doing this, not just me.
You got a photographer for the pictures? Or you need that done too?
You're going to need that done, too? I thought about you.
Right, I got you.
You still do that?
Yeah, I'm going to see. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is straight up. This is
Right.
our home-based radio station, so we're going to talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I need that. We also will have, like I said, blind date. He's going to do his own sound and everything.
Okay.
It's going to be live, man. It's going to be really live. And
right.
I want people to just come out and relax. I'm not out here to compete with nobody. I want that out there, man. I'm not out there to do that. I'm not trying to do anything that nobody's done already. I'm just trying to find a way I can get back to my mom and dad.
I think we're in a place, being in a small black community where competition breeds jealousy, right? And I don't see anybody as competition for me, right? I like to collaborate with everybody. So why compete when we can eat together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if I can come and help you do something, I'm gonna come and do it. Right. If I can help somebody do a podcast, I'm gonna help them. If I can help somebody do a radio show, I'm gonna help them. Right. Because seeing you achieve what you want to get done is gratifying to me.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just happy to be here. So however I could be of service, I want to do that. And I think people look at it differently because they want competition. And I get it. Competition is for sports. Competition is for it's just for sports, I think, right? Because life is so hard. The more we compete, the more we lose. The more we compete, the less we eat. Like it doesn't work together. So if you can collaborate with somebody, if you can move something, move it. Help them.
John, when I discovered you was doing this,
Right.
it took me back. Now, I did an internship at the radio station. I never dreamed, all the music I played, all the DJing and all the talking, I never dreamed of a radio station. This goes to show you that time evolves.
Right.
I don't know the things that people know these days, technically wise.
Right.
And when I see it done, I say, that's amazing. But what I do, I don't envy them.
Right.
I get with them.
Right.
Hey, I want this done. Can you help me do this?
Absolutely.
That's the kind of guy. That's why I know so many people.
Right.
And it's just that when you come on the scene and you're doing these type of things, people have to be mature enough to understand, hey, he's doing a good thing. How can I help him?
Right.
But that's how I look at
That's
it.
it.
Just a small place. We can turn it around though.
But it'll take all of us.
Takes all of
One
us.
person can't fix everything.
Yeah.
Right. But so many hands fixing, can help put the glass up. Right. You can help put the whatever goes around it, the insulation around it. Right. We can build a house together. I remember when I first started the radio station, I said I want to take we look at it like it's the apocalypse, and we need people to help us build a house. Let's get all the men together, right, so we can build one house at a time for a family.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yes, it can.
Right?
Yep.
I talked to Casey Electric. He said he was down. I talked to a couple of brothers that understand how to put drywall up, and then they was like, nah. But we have so many, I'm not going to say illegal. We have so many workers, undocumented workers here now coming into Chester, right? MS-13 is here. We can get a bunch of them to go in there and put the drywall up, and they know how to they can, and they will live in the house until it's fixed.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people don't understand what I say. If we don't do what needs to be done, what will happen will destroy us.
Yes, we will.
Right. So I'm
my dream is that everyone that's in this space that is looking to raise scholarship money, why not all come together and have one big event?
Do it together.
You have one big gigantic event.
Do it together.
Entertainment, food, and fun. A guest, special type of guest, and that could happen. Back in the day, Mom and Dad and them did a lot of things. They did these things back in the day. They called them promotions,
Right.
And they had bands and entertainment. The Opportunity Center was a place where they had talent shows.
Right.
Those were the days, man.
They were.
When I was young, I used to sit right there in the chair. I didn't care who was doing what.
Right.
And the young guy, I'd be like 11 or 12, watching the show.
Enjoying the moment.
Enjoying the moment. Learned how to talk on the microphone from a guy named Steve West.
Wow.
There was a group called the Newtoners.
Okay.
There was a lot of singing groups in Chester.
It was.
John,
It's a lot of talent in this city.
A lot of talent in the city.
A whole lot of talent in the city.
These young kids is bad, man,
Bro.
and with some stuff.
Well, I think when the first person blows, and it could happen soon, because there's a couple people that I know for a fact that are working, right? They just need that extra oomph. They need somebody to really believe in them. So when I think about the radio station, I said it's bigger than just a radio station. We can have a recording studio. I don't know how to record. I don't know how to engineer that. But if I get the space and we get the equipment, who can come in here and do that?
Yep.
Right? Who would want
That's
to do
his
that?
thing.
Right?
That's what Isaac does right now. He's got stuff in his room.
Right.
I got him. He's got some of the stuff himself, but I got him stuff in his room.
Right.
And he records.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So we're studio in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he does, man. But I want to shout out to all my committee, man. Jackie Goldsboro.
Yes.
Sylvan McNair, Dexter Davis, Lewis Fields. My son Dre is the bomb.
Right.
Dre is a trip, man. He keeps me in line, you know what I mean? But I don't have to worry about nothing when he's around.
Right.
When it comes to this kind of stuff, when you're in front of people, when you're trying to produce something, he took full control of that program last year, and it took a bunch off me.
Yep.
I'm not able to do that no more.
Right.
Everything, But I enjoyed talking when I was growing up and doing different things for my mother and father back then.
Right.
And that was fun. So, but he does that now. My brother Mohammed, I have a lot of help. I have a interior designer that was a friend of our family, close to knew me from a little boy. We were on a Zoom call today. She's out in Texas now.
Right.
She does professional sports figures houses.
Right.
Right here from Chester.
Right.
Flying back and forth. Iman Fareed is my mentor.
Right.
It's his wife.
Wow. She
was on a Zoom call today, and we talked about it. She's going to do the banquet.
Wow.
The tabletop.
Wow.
She's going to handle that for us.
That's awesome.
And there's things like that let me know everything that took place with Tom Lee and Ike Jones, 502 Parker Street, everything that took place. Now that I think about it as a little boy, because I was paying attention and very inquisitive about things. I admire what people have done.
Right.
The gentleman, Bob Woodson, that was there last year, he was in my living room getting himself together to do what he's doing.
Right.
Dr. Felder Rouse, Arthur Early, Jim Harper.
Come on.
These are the kind of people that was around
Right.
my parents.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of things. So I took that leadership initiative attitude from them.
Right.
And my mom and dad. So, like you asked me the question, that stuff is just in me, I think.
Well, I know I'm super honored to be honored by you. and I will continue to do everything that I can do to make sure there are children out here that see that this is a profession. They could take it way further than where I've taken it. And this is just to be here, right? This is a radio station here for the community. So thank you for the honor.
Thank you.
Truly honored. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every opportunity, and I'm going to keep on doing what I do. Anything else you want to say before we get up out of here?
I just want to say thank you, and I'll say, listen, everybody, please support us on this. This is going to be a great program. Our Overcome the Obstacle kids need your support, the need to know that you understand they're overcoming that obstacle, whatever they was facing. They deserve the applause for that.
Absolutely.
Our honorees, they certainly deserve to be honored, and come out and support them. The bottom line is, please know that you're giving money to kids for scholarships. $13,000 we're going to give away this year. $13,000. And that's a good bit of money. But that's just a drop in the bucket compared to what we can do. If you come out and support us, we can double that next year. That's what I want to do. I give away big money if we make big money. You know what I mean? But either way, we're going to give something out, period. We're going to always give something out, regardless of what we have. And even if we don't have banquets, it's set up where we keep giving until the money is dissolved in the fund.
Right.
So, again, March 23rd. Pierre, if you got that up there. March 23rd, we're going to be at the Claymont Ballroom. That night, Blind Date will be performing, and we'll have our banquet program. So come on out and support us, okay? Right. That's it. Take care.
Appreciate you, Mr. Ike, man. Be
You
safe.
got it. Thank you.